All right, Coach, so we're doing some sort of variation of a hamstring curl. This is with a what do you call this thing?
Stability ball or Swiss ball?
What do you want? Yeah, I call it a Swiss ball, but
Yep.
some people call it stability ball. Whatever.
Same thing.
A big blown up ball that you see at the gym.
Yep.
All right, so where I like to set this up, you don't want to have your heels directly on it because then you fall off the thing.
Right, we run out of space.
And then if you have your leg too far up, then you don't have room to even pull back.
Exactly.
So you want to put it like right around the ankle. It's kind of right, not too far up here near your knee, but right near your ankle. Any other tips for this?
Yeah, about half of your calf should be touching the ball
That's
when you
about
start,
right.
so that you don't either run out of room at one end or the other.
So you put both legs on there to start. You lay back. You have your legs extended, not pulled back like this. You have them extended. You put your hands where? I put them right here.
Yep, you can have them spread out. You can go T-Rex arms with the elbows, whatever feels most comfortable and most stable for you.
This feels right. Okay. Head down on the ground. And then what's the cue here?
We really want to think about curling our heels to our butt, which is exactly why it's called a hamstring curl.
I'm curling here. In the video, I showed a bridge as I was doing that.
Yep.
What's the best way to do this?
The bridge is ideal because it's more challenging and it's also involving hip extension, which is a function of the hamstrings and the glutes, and overall just the best way for us to do it. But if you're having trouble, you can start by keeping your hips on the ground and just curling your heels. And this is still a pretty good challenge. These are much tougher than they look.
So yeah. So if you're going to try to do it all together, hands here, and you at the same time you're curling, you're going to be hip kind of bridging.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and to really execute these the best you can, from here you would keep your hips off the ground the entire set. Even as you're lowering, right, they're going to lower towards the ground, but if we can keep them off the whole time, that's really ideal. This is a great exercise.
Now, if this is too easy for you, because I know there's going to be people that have done this before, this is where you just put one leg and you keep a leg off, or what do? You keep it here, or do you put it up in the air?
I tend to bend it and tuck it towards my torso so that it's just out of the way.
Okay.
Yep, but it's again going to be personal preference of what's comfortable for you.
And then the same thing, pull it back.
Yep, single leg is a great challenge.
And that's hard. That's hard. That one rep was extremely hard compared to using both legs.
Super tough.
What if you don't have a ball? There's one of these big blow-up balls, Swiss ball, stability ball, whatever you want to call it. What if you don't have one of these things?
Most gyms will have one, but in the event that you don't, you can use a hamstring curl machine, which many gyms will have. Or if you're training at home or somewhere that like a CrossFit box that maybe won't have one, we have a couple great options. One is perfect for at home as well. These are just carpet sliders. These are furniture sliders that are really slippery and can be used on carpet, can be used on hardwood, really any surface, and they're very cheap. These are a worthwhile investment.
How would you do it? Like, so, because you don't have your legs raised up. They're
Right.
down.
In this case, we don't have quite the same range of motion, but we're just using the sliders here and are performing the same type of movement.
Same move. Can you do a bridge at the same time with this?
You can. It's a little harder to see, so I'm going to turn to the side, but you definitely can raise your hips and keep them up. So a lot of times I like to start from here when my feet are on the ground so that I can get my hips up, and then I can keep them off even as I'm curling.
Okay.
Some gyms will also have this fancy roller.
You can get this. You can actually get this for your home if you're doing a home workout. I love this thing.
Yeah, they really aren't that expensive. It's more sturdy and just a really nice option for gliding and sliding across different surfaces.
And it's the same concept as the slider.
Yep, it's got a V channel here in the middle where you can just place your heels. And this can also work for core exercises or a few other things too.
Very good.